Hello, everyone. Today is a huge day for me. It's a huge, exciting day for me. Do you know why, friends? It's because this is going to be my first ever podcast episode. And today, I have a friend, a good buddy, a good person with me. So, before I go into her story, I would like to invite her. So, this person is someone who is making a real impact as a public health leader. She does not just hold degrees like MBBS, MD, MBA, FICC, PGD, PCM, but then she has also achieved incredible feat of earning not just one but two Guinness World Records in the year 2020. Do you want to know who this person is? Wait. I have some more things to tell about her. She is a really cool person. You know how? She is a founder of the Little Hearts NGO. Yes, my friends. She has this project close to her heart where she's working to improve the lives of those kids, those children, and she's giving hope and opportunity to them to improve their lives. Friends, she is not just this, she is also the author of a book which is called Unleash Positivity. AI's insights into power of positive thoughts into positive thoughts. Now, this book dives deep into the life changing power of positivity. She is an adventurer through and through. She loves taking on anything that gives her that adrenaline pump. She has also been awarded with the Eminent Teacher title by Delhi Medical Association. And she is a true honor for me that she agreed to come on my show for my first podcast. She is none other than Dr. Sama Hussain.
Thank you so much. It's an honor to be here. It's an honor. It's a privilege. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Samar, Dr. Sama, for accepting my invitation. Okay.
Thank you for the
And
beautiful introduction. Seriously, it made my day.
oh my God, I had to break my head. How do I prepare? But then, yes, thanks to something, I'm not going to reveal that though. But yes, you are a very enthusiastic and charming person. And I really wanted to have you on my show.
So glad to be a part of this. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. So, Summer, I have few questions for you. My
Yeah.
friends, my audience wants to know. They want to know what you are and how, what made you choose this path. Okay, let me ask you these questions first. So, my first question is, what first sparked your journey into medicine, Dr.
Okay.
Summer?
So, yeah, thank you for that. So the thing is, for my childhood, I didn't want to become a doctor. Very few people know about it. I was
Okay.
interested into joining the army or starting in the police or something like that. But as you know, the parental pressure, and if you have one parent as a doctor and one child, it is inevitable the child also has to become a doctor. so
Okay.
so I have a elder sibling. He refused. He wouldn't want to venture into that field. So then I took the zimmedari, as you say, and I ventured into this field. And then there's no looking back. So this
Okay.
is how I,
Awesome.
yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, I understand your situation. Maybe there are some there are some people who have chosen it with force, by force, and there are some who love it. And I do not know how to say this, but even though you didn't want to come into this field, yet you're accomplishing bigger things than what other doctors would. You see?
This is
So
a very big thing, what you said. I'm just trying. I think I'm a small drop in the big, vast ocean. It's just, I'm just trying to make my mark somewhere in the world.
Um, see, we all can see how great things you are doing. Every single day, you strive to become your better version, and you are definitely impacting your communities. So, Dr. Summer, what made you decide that, okay, you wanted to take up public health?
Yeah. So, being a Leo and being the younger sibling, I've always loved a challenge. I've always wanted to do something which was not the standard set way. I wouldn't say that other branches don't come with challenges. They do, of course. But I don't know why. I always have loved putting myself in that position. So I don't know, public health always stood out for me. And I
Mhm.
started from teaching, but then I went back into public health, the real public health in NCDC, where we work together also. So that was my first real experience, and that was the best experience of my life, where we actually worked during the COVID era. That was that was historic. We actually did a lot of work during the first and the third phase. So
Yes, definitely.
that is where my real exposure to the public health came. And then from then onwards, I wanted to venture. I thought that doing anything in the public health, it doesn't stay with you only. It goes out. It reaches out to communities, to people. It makes a difference. Though we won't be able to see it in the near future, but yes, public health is such a field. You keep on working persistently, and it will definitely make a difference. So it always interested me, the public health. Yeah. And it
Wow,
is
wow.
not what we think that public health, community medicine is just becoming a professor, becoming a teacher, and all. It's not that. It's beyond that. It's like, it's a lot. It's massive.
Absolutely, absolutely. Dr. Summer, could you also expand what NCDC is? Because my audience does not know what does it stand for. So could you please expand it for us?
Yeah, sure, sure. Sorry about that. So NCDC was National Center for Disease Control. What we like to say and what we actually did was worked in close collaboration with CDC Atlanta. I'm sure everyone has heard about CDC Atlanta. So we're like the apex, the main public health body. We were privileged, and it just turned 20 years today. There was a grand celebration also. So we were
Oh,
working in that Apex Institute. So that is based in Delhi, and it has branches all over the country as well.
awesome, awesome. Thank you so much. That was so refreshing again because I remember working with Dr. Summer at National Center for Disease Control. She was our group leader, I would say. We were all working as consultant epidemiologists, and to get insights from Dr. Summer was such a refreshing thing, you see. Like we would be, if even if we are stuck somewhere, she would come and help us. And even if there's nobody coming to help us, we know there is one person there is one person who is definitely going to be there for us, who was
I'd like
Dr.
to
Summer
disagree.
Hussain.
I'd like to disagree. I think we were the largest, smallest group with 10 members, and we never had a fight. And I think we
Yeah,
all were there for each other. So we worked as a
absolutely,
team, and that is what made our journey, our experience the best so far.
absolutely, absolutely. This was about leadership quality, I would say, because Dr. Summer was the first one amongst us who joined the organization, and slowly one by one people started coming in, and we all, yes, of course, we all were a team, but then there's something called leadership quality, and was that was obviously demonstrated by Dr. Summer Hussain. I wouldn't deny here.
And
I believe other people are
I'm
also not going to
humbled.
deny.
I'm
You
humbled.
are
I think
someone we
we all
we
learn
took you as
on
a
the way.
leader.
Yeah,
Sorry?
I'm humbled. I'm humbled. I think we all were leaders in our own way.
Yes, yes, yes. Be it conflict management or anything, we were together somehow, and you would take care of everyone. Yes. So,
Thank
Dr. Summer, could you tell me, see, you've dedicated yourself to making a change through public health. So, what does that change look to you? Okay, so how do you envision your communities to be like, or how do you, like, what is your vision of a world that you want to live in? What kind of a world that you want?
Okay, so
Dr.
I'm
Summer?
sure you all have heard about this before. It's not about the end result, it's about the journey. As I've always said, be it my PG journey through Rajasthan, going around with my thesis topic, I was known as the Mahwari Didi because I had that menstrual pattern and disorder topic, and I was very shy. I was an introvert. In PG, some
Oh,
of us are, some of us aren't. So that is how I came out of my shell. Then when I went and I spoke with adolescent girls, I educated them. That is my first time experience that I saw that I can make a little difference. Like there has been a difference. And then it went on and on with the future projects. When I became a senior resident, then consultant epidemiologist, then when we took on projects and all. So I have always tried to do projects that will bring a change in someone's life, maybe not in the immediate future, but yes, down the line somewhere. So, as I mentioned before, it's not about the end result. We can't just envision that we will gain this will make a difference, will become the most popular person. No, it's about the journey, the experience, the people you meet, the communities you come in contact with. So, that is it. It's all about the journey and the things we pick up on the way.
wow. Such words of wisdom. They say, right? Um, Journey is more important than the destination, and our Dr. Summer Hussain goes by those words. So, Dr. Summer, you have you are the founder of Little Hearts NGO. So, could you tell us what and how did that NGO start? How did Little Hearts start?
Yeah. So this NGO, it's very, very close to my heart. And the date of its inception is coming. It's just around the corner. I started it on my mother's birthday. She's no longer with us, but yeah, she's seeing us, she's blessing us. It was always her dream and a vision to help people, and she did it. I've seen as a child. When we are children, we don't understand, but it remains in a subconscious mind. So I've always seen her putting her front foot forward, helping the people. And I remember a small incident a few years back. On Mother's Day, I randomly, being the person I am, I took part in two, three competitions, and I don't know how I won a prize. So she was offered either you can avail a 3 day trip to any resort, or you can get 1 lakh rupees and you can donate it to the kids. So she did the second part, and that inspired me from my childhood. Otherwise, I used to think that why people don't live for themselves, go on a holiday, enjoy when you're getting a fully paid expense and all. But no, within a second, she was like, "No, we're donating this," and she was so happy. That inspired me, and I think maybe I can honor her memory in this way. And she saw the NGO when she was there, and she's blessing it also. So I don't know, and children and homeless people are very close to my heart. So just just happened.
Wow, Dr. Summer, you do not know how you have touched my hearts. I'm sure you have you have touched the hearts of my audience also. I'm so sure. And I really wish that Little Hearts, it goes on to become a big success, and definitely it is going to change. It's going not just change, it is going to improve the lives, improve the lives of the people you are working on. I'm sure those kids are going to remember you, and they will also do what you've done for them.
Oh,
So, Dr. Sama, could you tell me about your book that you have launched? you have recently launched. Could you tell us something about your book?
So this is actually a funny story. I am a person who can't sit still. I don't know. I don't like the usual. If you're in a job, you're sitting happily, everything is working out. Like people say, you got a government job and all. I wasn't happy. I wanted to do something else. Now I didn't know what to do. So AI was in that time, it had just come. And I don't know why I was so fascinated by AI. I was started like reading about it, learning the apps. Even we actually have our own team known as Quantum Minds, where we conduct AI workshops. Thank God we had
Wow!
six till now. Yeah, we had a privilege. We had a privilege of conducting six workshops offline and two online. One even in IAPS and Manali. God's grace.
Oh, wow, that is.
But
Oh my
so
goodness, Dr.
I don't,
Sama never, what to say, she
I
never
can't
failed to
say this.
surprise
I
us.
can't. So it
Sorry?
just came
Uh-huh.
when
Okay.
this AI topic came. I was interested. I was taking up courses, learning about it. Two, three of my friends were like, "What is she doing?" One, two supported me. Two, three laughed like, "Ah, she's crazy." I was like, "Okay, I'm crazy. I'll write a book." I wrote a book.
Wow.
This
See, I do not know how many crazy people do such things, but you are seriously one of the craziest people that I know, and crazy yet, crazy means I'm talking about madness, everyone. She's that sort of crazy. At the same time, she has a heart of gold. This is for sure. Anyone who meets her, they will know how she treats everyone, be it anyone, be it a poor person or be it a rich person or be it anyone. She has her own way of saying and talking with people. She is not at all biased with how your background is. She's that humble soul, I would say.
You all are the
So
same. You all are the same.
I don't know. I don't know. But definitely this was my experience, friends. I did feel this with Dr. Summer. And by the way, we do not call her Dr. Summer. Okay, we do not call her Dr. Summer, we call her Sammy. But yes, since it's a podcast, so just keeping the decorum. Just for the sake of decorum, we call her like that. But she is our Sammy. Okay, jokes apart. So, Dr. Sammy, Dr. Summer, mm, you have adventurous hobbies, okay? And you love excitement and all that. So, what interests contribute to your personal and professional growth? Can you tell us what interests?
Yeah. So my personal growth, I don't know whether I've attained that level as yet because I'm not that mature as my friends call me. They call me immature still. Professionally, I think we learn each day. We learn each day. Life is not just getting an MBBS or an MD and all. That is not the end. You learn each and every day. Like one day randomly, I thought my brother has an MBA, so let me also get an MBA. I'm crazy in that way. So then I got fascinated towards clinical cardiology. I thought, okay, so I went into that. So this is just a message for everyone who's listening that if you have done MD, PG in a subject or something, but your interest lies in something else, do not remain only restricted to that. And do not bother about what people will think, what your age is and all. Everything doesn't matter in the end. If you are interested, just give it a go. Either you fail or you gain, you achieve it. That's it. That has been my policy in life. I don't think about the result. I just go for it.
Wow,
It-
that's
It's
like you saying. Mhm.
we all should be a little cautious in life, but I don't know. I take a jump. I just go for it.
Wow, nice. So, friends, we can all learn this from Dr. Sama. She believes in taking imperfect, massive actions. Dr. Sama, what do you say? Was my
Yeah, yeah,
phrase right?
very right.
I think
You summed it up.
yes. So we do not. It's important not to go and stick with perfection alone because I think perfection inhibits progression. So when we start taking actions, that's how we get clarity in our lives. Dr. Sama, what do you
Ag-
say?
Agreed, 100%, 100%.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So now I would like to ask you, what were your life challenges? Would you like to mention any of your life challenges and how you faced it and how you tackled them?
Yeah. So once you enter your medical school, we all are privileged to be able to enter medical school, because once you enter, you ultimately become a doctor and you pass out. The challenge for me has been, I have been very lucky and privileged that I could like attend one of the best medical schools and all. The challenge came when people started discriminating between that private and government medical student. That was my challenge. When I took up the field, I did not give it much thought. I thought, like, when we were students and we used to go to school, you go to a private school, government school, convent school, it doesn't matter at the end of the day. It doesn't matter at all. We were kids. We didn't think about it. So in college, I didn't think that would be an issue, but that was a challenge. I felt that challenge was when I finished my PG and I got my first job in GS Medical College, Harper. So that was the first time I was confronted by another faculty person from another department. He was like, "Oh, you're from a private college," and then that stuck. That was the challenge. And then I was on that thing. Yeah, I have to prove myself. And with God's grace, I got in MAMC, and then I was a senior resident for 3 years, and then I did AP ship also from there. But yeah, that was a big obstacle for me, that thing in the mind, right? It actually messes with you. You're going on a straight path, and then someone tells you that, oh, that is a difference. The private students come in. I mean, we all study equally, right? We all have to pass exams. So it's the same. That was a challenge that time. Now I think I've overcome it to some extent. Yeah.
Yes, you did to much greater extent, I would say. Oh my God, that was that. Yes, of course there are people who say this, but it is always these negative talks is what the negative criticisms we turn them into fuel and we help ourselves to move ahead in life. I think that's the way to see things. Yeah. So, Dr. Sammy, where do you work? I think you are in Andaman and Nicobar Islands, and being a remote place, how is your approach towards public health?
Yeah. So Andaman Nicobar Islands, we've grown up hearing Kala Pani and the prisoners being sent here and all that. But little did we know, it is a beautiful place with a lot of opportunity if anyone wants to study, especially in public health. And the people here, they are so down to earth. Basically, Andaman Nicobar Islands, it still has retained its old city vibes. Everyone is very simple and all that. So there are chances to do studies. Uh, Obviously, the government has told that we cannot do studies on the tribal communities because they are the protected tribes and all. So we cannot do studies on them directly. And even if we do, we cannot publish the reports for the sake of
Oh,
their safety and all. But other
oh,
than that, there are challenges. And I think if you bring any topic of whatever you want to do, then the people are very friendly. They come, they cooperate, and it's a unique learning experience. It's not like the metro cities where everything is going by zooming fast and all. Here, people actually take out time, they listen. Uh, so a month back, I thought of doing a project on tsunami, the psychological status of tsunami 20 years later, because 26th December 2024 will mark the 20th anniversary of tsunami. So
right.
when I went and when my interns went and they questioned the people, the localites who were staying here during the time of the tsunami, which had a very, very devastating effect. It was very sad. So they were so cooperative, and it was a very unique opportunity because you don't get to do these type of studies in other metropolitan cities and all. So that's it.
Wow. That was that was really interesting, Dr. Sama. And Andaman Nicobar does have its own historic importance. So, friends, those of you who want to explore that place, Dr. Summer is right there to host you. Yes, okay, jokes apart. So, Dr. Summer, could you tell
Yeah.
me if let's go a little deeper, okay? Let's go a little deeper to the person as such, to you, to your younger self. What advice would you give to your 10-year-old self if you had a chance to meet her?
Yeah. So I wish I had a chance. I would go back in time and I would say to my younger self, and I'd say to most of you, you're much, much younger than me, the ones who are listening out there, do not get affected by what people say. It's irrelevant. They say something for maximum a minute, 2 minutes, but it sticks. It actually affects us. I know it is difficult in the beginning. I don't want to sound philosophical and all. Just do not get affected. Put it in, take it out. They are not going to stick with you. You are going to stick with yourself. Your work is going to stick with you. Your experience are going to stick with you. Do not get affected. I used to get affected when I was younger. Now I thank God I've healed and I get affected a little bit when it gets too much. Otherwise, it's just I forgive and forget. It's all I just forget about it. I This advice I would give to my younger self, and I'd give to so many of you outside also, the ones who are listening. It actually
Wow.
helps. Forget.
Yes. So, Dr. Sam, I want to know, how did you push yourself out of this mentality? Like earlier, it used to affect you, right? So, what was that turning point, or what was that something, or that situation, or that experience that helped you unleash yourself and you came out of that victim mindset?
Yeah, I don't know exactly when it happened. I don't remember because it doesn't happen like that in a spur of a moment. But I think gradually over time, when I became a little mature, then maybe I got exposure in working in different places. Because when people speak good about you, that stays, right? When people speak bad about you, that also stays. But you yourself, your true self, your inner self, you know whether you're right or you're wrong. So mm, it is told like there are 86,400 seconds. Out of that, a person comes, speaks for 10 seconds, and we rin all the rest of that time. So it happens gradually. It is a process. And if anyone is going through the same thing, it will happen gradually. I mean, do not get emotionally involved. If someone is selling something, maybe they are saying that from their past experience, they might not have had the same experiences as us. Just listen, but don't let it affect you. That's it.
Absolutely. Thank you for Dr. Sama, because these words definitely are going to change someone's uh, scenario. We never know these words. I'm so sure these words are going to have impacted someone's mind. Okay, sometimes we stay in this victim mindset and it burrows us down somewhere in a black hole, and it becomes very difficult to come out of this. And Dr.
Agree.
Samar's words, I'm sure these words will help everyone build their courage muscle and move out of that stage. I'm so sure about it. So,
Hopefully.
Dr. Samar, something
Yes.
more I want to ask. Like, what's that one habit or that one mindset that has been a game changer for you?
Uh, Even though I've changed jobs frequently, and I think consistency and persistency in things you're passionate about. If you're consistent and persistent, right, it will pay off no matter when, but it will pay off. And it's not like you have to wait a very long time for it. If you want something, just keep on working towards it. Don't think about the result. Keep on working. I know so many people must have advised the same thing, but it's a personal experience, and you will go through the same thing, and you will advise your younger fellows also the same thing. Be consistent, persistent. If you want something, just go towards it and do not think about the end result. Just that's it.
Wow. I second these words of yours, Dr. Summer, because again, I also believe the same. Consistency is more important than the intensity of your inputs. It's first the consistency. Small steps will obviously take you a long way. And this is the power of consistency, and it can change people's worlds totally.
Yeah.
And now, Dr. Summer, just one last question. Okay. What does living your highest version would look like if you turn out to become your highest version? Okay, when you become your highest version of yourself, how do you picture that person to be like?
I I don't know when I will be that person. I picture that person to be a little more kinder to myself. We all grow up and we're so harsh with ourselves. Like just the instant small, if we raise our volume or say something bad to someone, we feel bad ourselves within a second, because in within all of us is a good person, right? We all feel bad. But then why don't we behave the same way with ourselves? Why are we so harsh? Why do we punish ourselves? Why do we feel bad that we are lower than the other person? I think if we all a little more kinder, a little more tolerant with ourselves, we can grow and we can expand a lot more. So that would be the best version. If we're just a little more sympathetic with ourselves, if we can be sympathetic, if we can lend hear or patient hear ear to someone else, listen to them, then what about ourselves? Why do we need someone else to listen to us when we don't have time to listen to ourselves?
Wow. So many pearls of wisdom, I would say, we had with Dr. Summer. Thank you so much, Dr. Summer, for spending your time with us. You helped us to know more about yourself and your story. I'm sure it has inspired a lot many who are watching your show, who are watching us here. So thank you so much. Just before we end, this is
So
the last question. What impact do you want to have in this world? What impact do you want to make here? Before you leave this world, what impact do you want to make?
I know we say that when we leave, we want people to remember us. But besides our immediate family, I don't think anyone remembers us. So I hope people remember me through my work and through my small events which I have through the NGO with the help of everyone. I just hope that people follow in the same footsteps. They also just venture out of their comfort zone and think about doing something for someone else. Think about the kids who are away from their parents, the orphans, the ones who are abandoned and all. Just do something. That would be like, yeah. And if even one person is inspired by me, even one person, then my life is, yeah, okay. Then I would say that, okay, I've accomplished something. Because that turns out to be a chain of events. If I could inspire one person in all these years, maybe that person could go on and inspire someone else, and that would be a chain of events.
Absolutely. Wow. Your words have really, truly inspired all of us. I'm sure we start working on ourselves, on our dreams, even people, even if we are stuck, okay? Do not let that stuck state hold you back in life. Let's all move ahead with the same zeal as how Dr. Summer has in her life. Let's learn from her and let's push ourselves to become our highest version.
Yeah.
Dr. Summer, thank you so much for coming to my show. I am truly humbled and um, I thank you from the bottom of my heart for accepting my request. and for coming here to my show. Thank you so much to
Thank you
Dr.
so
Spa.
much for having me. It is my honor, and I'll never forget this. Thank you so much. And you're such a wonderful person. Thank you so much.
Thank you,
Seriously.
thank you, thank you. All right, guys. So, if you want to watch more inspiring stories, please like, follow, and subscribe. Bye bye.